So now in the first house, we have Mercury, mind. The first house is everything to do with yourself, your appearance to others, and how you see yourself. It's also your personality and your characteristics that other people see. So it's basically what you project outwards and how you see yourself. This house also represents your physical body and your self-oriented interests. It's also about how you are making your way in the world, how others are perceiving you, and how you're coming across as you move through your daily life. So now, with Mercury mind coming in, this can manifest in a variety of ways. So it's Mercury actually does rule your sign, so you will be quite familiar with the influences of Mercury. But what you think and what you say are going to be very important at this time. So make sure that what you're thinking is positive and self-affirming, because whatever you're thinking is going to manifest in your reality. And so what you think and what you say, the two are linked. So what you say to others about yourself and about your body, or how you are just communicating in general with people, is going to be very, very important. So make sure that it's positive and self-affirming, and that is what you will project. You could also be coming across as quite witty or humorous, or if you aren't doing that, then ensure that you bring that into your persona. You're also going to be required to be quite flexible and adaptable at this time. So all of these characteristics you're able to bring in, so whether you choose to or not. But you're required to do that now. You also may have to think quickly on your feet, or go after things in a quick manner. Just be aware that with this card coming in, you can also have a tendency to be a bit glib or talk too much. Also, just steer clear of things like gossip, scandal, and avoid arguments if possible. As I said, what you think and what you say are going to be very important. So if you do find yourself in a bit of a heated situation, or you're crossing swords with somebody, choose your words with care, and use your intellect to actually talk your way either into or out of something. But it's going to be very much a mental situation that you're going to have to draw on in order to proceed with this. I do also feel that Mercury brings in movement as well. So you could be, yes, it is all about communication, and it's also about research. It's about reading. So whether this is to do with something that perhaps your physical regime, perhaps you have a sports regime that you're in, some sort of physical fitness, or just some yoga practice, or whatever it is that you're wanting to do with your physical body to improve your appearance, or just to make you feel better about yourself. The research and reading and talking about it is going to come in. Also, you may just be having movement may be coming to you. So whether that's travel or just movement in a car, in a vehicle, but road maps may be coming in for you as well. And associated with that is technology in different forms. So this can be electronics. It's definitely cars, electronics, cameras, any kind of upgrade to technology, which you currently have. It will be an upgrade to that. Or you could be exposed to new technology of some sort, whether it's a GPS or just a new camera or some other kind of gadget. But it's kind of coming across to me as movement or travel of some kind, and you're navigating via maps, or you're in vehicles. You may have to use the internet, as I said, because the internet also comes in with this. So just be aware that maybe, that you may be in this situation and you're interacting with others in this kind of situation on the move, making a move or going on a trip of some kind. Then in the second house, we have Libra, I balance. Your second house is everything to do with your money and your income. So whatever's coming in for you. And it's also about ownership and possessions. So what you own, essentially. And it's also closely related to your value systems. So that comes in about what you own as well. So what you value. And it's also valuing yourself, which is your self-worth. So what is it you value, and your self-worth, and then also your ownership of all kinds of things, whatever that can be for you. And being the second house, it can be land, property, real estate, anything like that. Of course, your money and income. So with Libra I balance coming in, this is exactly what it says. It's about finding balance. And in order to do that, you may have to use your charm. You may have to use your negotiation skills, your strong sense of fairness as well. So whether you're asking for a raise or you're increasing your rates for work that you do, whatever it is, you're going to have to bring all those elements in to harness the best of that. You could also be, it could be fortuitous for you to go into a partnership of some kind or to link up with another in some way. So it's an alliance or mutual support at this time. You may also have a decision to make. You may, it could be a choice, or you may reach a conclusion and therefore you make a decision. Legalities and contracts also come in with this card. If none of that is really applying for you, then it could also just be, the Libra qualities of appreciation of beauty, art, good taste, all the arts, whether it's music or ballet or dancing or anything beautiful. Librans have a heightened sense of awareness of that, and they really appreciate it. So it could just be that you really appreciate something, or perhaps it's a work of art or some kind of item which is appealing to you and you want to own it. So always aim for balance when it comes to your finances as well, because a sort of a love of luxuries comes in with this. So, there's no harm in buying a luxury item as long as you are within your financial means to do so. And it's actually going to do your self-worth or your value system good in some way. Then in the third house, we have fire element desire. The third house is everything to do with your communication, how you express yourself. So this is communication with certain family members. So this can be siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and it can also be neighbors. So people in your immediate environment, or just your people in general, whether it's at work or some other kind of, perhaps you're in public relations, it's to do with that as well. So there's learning coming in here as well. The third house also covers contracts and documents of all kinds, because it's all about words, right? So those are very, very important in the third house. The third house. So now it's also about short trips of all kinds. So this could be, perhaps you are really wanting to go on a short trip of some kind. This is the desire and the energetic, the enthusiasm in order to do that. So that could very well come out for you. If it's, coming through in a general communication sense for you, this can be written, verbal. It can also be body language, as I said, contracts and documents. You may have to, this is about desire. It's a fiery, passionate desire. So it may be something that you really want or something that you really want to say. Again, it came up in your first house. Your words and how you use them are going to be very, very important here. You don't want to get yourself into an unnecessary argument or some kind of make some sort of glib statement which now comes back at you 100-fold. So just be aware of that. But with the fire element desire, it's a quick reaction to something. It's also firing up your determination to do with something as well. It's your honesty, it's your assertiveness. There could be some sort of dramatic change or a change in direction for you as well. So perhaps the way you have been doing things before is now changing, or you have some kind of epiphany, or like a wake-up call, or some kind of amazing realization and new perspective, which now changes the way you communicate or the way you deal with others in that sphere. It could be, as I said, a family member or even a larger member of the public. So, as I said, it could very well bring in an epiphany or some kind of realization which really opens your mind. This could also just be going after something as a passionate new start, sort of a daring launching of yourself into whatever it is that's got your attention. It could be learning, as I said, or it could be something that you read or write. But it's a new start, and it's a new expression or a view that you have. You could also come in contact with bossy people of some sort, people who kind of get under your skin a bit. You may have to deal with that. Again, use your words with care. But you also may have to protect your work or your interests. So it's protection of your work or your interests. So somebody may come in and try and take credit for what you're doing, or try and take over something that you've already started in some way. So just think about that as well. Then in the fourth house, we have lunar eclipse change. The fourth house is everything to do with your actual home, your physical home. It's also your home environment, the atmosphere in your home, the energy in your home, people in your home. And it can also be your relationship with your roots, your foundation, your ethnic identity, your ancestry, your family tree, however you want to look at it. But whatever it is that you came from, this card, this house also covers that. So now with this card coming in lunar eclipse change, that's exactly what it brings in. So this could be something, as I said, it could be something where you're actually seeing the light now. So something was confused or obscured before, you're now seeing the light. Something becomes clear, because once the moon has moved off, then, or the moon shines on something, then now you see. But it could also be something that you've put off dealing with. Now it comes front and center for you to deal with. Or it could be something that's been lurking under the surface and you just haven't really dealt with it for whatever reason, and now it's starting to bubble over. It just becomes inevitable that you have to deal with it, and it brings in inevitable change, necessary change in some way. So it's an upheaval. It could be unexpected, it could be sudden, or it could be something that you were subconsciously aware of and now it's there for you to deal with. There could be some kind of ending or a beginning. So something may end and something begins, or you may move home. So you may end you'll stay in one place and begin somewhere else. You could also have a revelation about your home, perhaps something that, a problem that you've been trying to solve. Now you get the answer, or something just becomes clear for you. You get clarity. There could also be a new start for you. As I said, a move, or just something new in the home. This card could also bring someone from the past to you, into your home. So it could be a visitor or an old friend or something like that. There could also be a strong female influence. So whether this is a female in your home or a female coming into your home, or just a feminine influence in some way in your home environment. It could even be that you're moving somewhere and a female has some influence over that. The other thing it can bring in is cycles and phases. So your home life could be going through cycles of some sort. If a change does come in for you and it's abrupt and unexpected, or some kind of upheaval, it can take place. It can take place over 6 weeks or 6 months. So during that period, the change will reach completion by 6 months. Then in the fifth house, we have Mars force. Your fifth house is the house of your children or children that you're associated with. It's also the house of creativity, and that can be, you can use your creativity in many ways. It can be the way you speak, or the way you dress, or the way you, like creative accounting or creative writing, or just the way you handle your children's parties, or any kind of creativity. It's not necessarily artistic. Okay. So it's all creativity is governed by the fifth house. The fifth house also rules, love affairs. And it rules recreational activities of all kinds. So those are fun activities, but it can also be sports. If you're involved in some kind of sporting activity, this fifth house is also for that. So now with Mars force coming in, you're going to receive some kind of challenge, or you may have to compete. Or you may have to defend yourself in some way. So something's coming in. So if you're in sports, well, that all goes hand in hand. Or it could be that you're facing a challenge from somebody in some way. Or it could be that your children are experiencing this. So they could be facing a challenge, or they have to defend themselves, or they may have to compete if they're involved in sports. But you're seeing it either in yourself or in your children. And it could also just be that you need to make a push forward in something. So you're going to feel driven to push forward on something. Whether this is something to do with your kids or it's a creative project that you're working on, or it could even be, as I said, in a recreational activity of some sort or a sport. But it's a push forward. You're feeling passionate about something, or you're feeling enthusiastic. So this could also be a love affair. Perhaps you are going after something or someone that is going to bring this love affair to you, or you're just jumping into it. But it covers sports, ambition, and there's measured action as well. This is not a good time to be rushing and diving and ducking. It's measured action, and that way you get the best out of this energetic card. It's also about having an overwhelming attraction to something or to someone. So that could come in for you or to your children. It's also the pursuit of your goals. And you may feel like you want to rush in, but as I said, take measured action, you'll get better results. So all of those could come in for any one of those areas in your 5th house. Then in your 6th house, you have Virgo, I analyze. So you are Virgo yourself. You'll fully understand what this is about. So in your 6th house, this covers your work life, your work projects, your workplace, and even your work colleagues. It's your daily routines. It's also your health and your diet, and it's also pets. So with Virgo, I analyze coming in there, it's pretty much all the elements that you've been already born with. So with this coming in on your house of work in particular, this is about getting organized. So bring in your best Virgoan qualities. It's about getting organized, being systematic, being detailed. You may need to declutter in some way as well, whether that's decluttering your life from a health perspective or a diet perspective, or whether that is from your work, or it could just be mastery of your craft. So if you're not necessarily working, but you've got some kind of craft that you're involved in or you want to, work on, then this card applies to you as well. So it could just be a general decluttering. But whatever it is, whatever you're going to streamline in any one of those areas, whatever stays, whatever is going to be useful, it has to be useful to you. So whatever you're going to keep, it must be put to good use. Get rid of all unnecessary things that don't serve you or don't help you, or serve no real function. Your daily routine is going to be very important, with this coming in. So, use your Virgoan qualities, assess and analyze what you're doing, and get the best out of your day and out of your diet, and look after your health, all of those things. So health matters could very well come up with this. But that could also stem from the other Virgoan qualities, or if you want to call them qualities, which they're there for a reason. But it's excessive worry about things. So worrying about every detail, overthinking or overanalyzing. So that is the pitfall of all the best Virgoan qualities. And that is the other side of the coin for that. This is also, Virgos also are big on service. So you could be in the service industry, or you could be requiring to use all your best service skills, to deal with issues, in your daily life. You could also be working in the health field, in the caring field in some way, and you're really going to have to use all your best qualities again to get the most out of your day, and harness the best from it. So in any case, health matters may come up. Hospital visits, whether you work there or whether you're visiting a hospital for some reason. It could also be that you are having to deal with gastrointestinal or nervous system issues, which get activated through nervousness and excessive worry as well. So watch your diet. Be pristine with your diet. Also, this card may bring in small pets, so you may be acquiring a small pet. But nature is going to be important, so spend time in nature, wherever that will be for you. And also learning. So you may have to either learn about your health and your diet, or you have to learn about something in your work environment as well. If you are going on a trip of some kind, then you may have to visit a travel clinic of some kind as well. So do your research about that. Decide what's right for you, what you need to do, and follow up. And, it's all about that. It's all about your health and looking after yourself in whatever way you're going forward in your life.